Hi, welcome. My name's Ted and you're on YouTube with Ted. It's my little channel that I've been playing with for a little while now. Oh, sorry, I've just kicked the tripod. And that's what you get with me. Mess ups and cock ups and everything, because there's nothing AI about me. Nothing at all. Now, since I've been doing these little shorty videos here about how to do YouTube, I'm getting lots of questions and inquiries, and John came on. Oh, by the way, everybody who comes on and leaves me a message, asks me a question, I always refer to you as John. Then we can't, if I refer to you as your real name, and then it can cause, I found out, if I just call everybody John, then nobody knows who I'm talking about, and I'm talking to all of you. Yeah, everybody. So, John wanted to know how I got started doing YouTube. Well, I started in the most peculiar way because I had no intentions of doing YouTube. None whatsoever. No. Didn't even know well, I knew what YouTube was, but I didn't know you could upload things and do that. Anyway, let's just go back to the beginning, get rid of the waffle, then I can show you why. Back in the pandemic, the pandemic, reminds me of the river in Washington, Potomac, pandemic. Sorry. That's what happens when you get old. You disappear, go one way and go the other way, but never mind. Anyway, yeah, and we were sort of locked indoors. We never came outdoors for 7, 8, 9 months, I think. We had everything delivered and everything. And I got bored silly, and I got thinking I've got to do something. So anyway, what I decided to do was start to make whirligigs. And I don't know if anybody knows what whirligig is. It's a little thing you put in the garden, got a propeller on it, and normally the woodpecker chops trees down and does things like that. Anyway, so I started building these, and in the shed, I had a nice big shed, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself for a little while. And then one day, my grandson come over, Ethan, and he said, "Oh, Grandad, they're ever so. Why don't you make some YouTube videos?" And I said, "What do you mean, make YouTube videos?" So basically, that's what I did. I just started to make YouTube videos on how to make whirligigs. And by the way, if you want to see the channel, it's called Mr. Whirligig. That was me. I called myself Mr. Whirligig. And if you type that in, you'll find all the tubes. Oh, there's about 30, 40, 50, I don't know how many. But the beauty of it is that they were simple, because all I did was I got my phone, this is another phone, and I just mounted it above my work desk like that on a lump of wood with a hole in for the camera to shine through. Yeah. Originally I had it on the edge and it kept flopping over, so in the end I just put it in the middle and drilled a bloody great hole through the lump of wood, and the camera shone through the lump of wood, and I just put it there, and I just did making YouTubes. No audio, no nothing, because I wasn't brave enough to speak on a camera. No, not me, silly old sod. And that's how it all started. And before you know long, I did that, and about a year later, after we come out of COVID, Ethan, the grandson, came in and said, "How's your YouTube channel going?" I said, "I don't know." I said, "I just load them up. He said, "Oh, you can go on YouTube Studio and you can find out exactly how it's been going." And well, me being in my 70s now, didn't know all this. Anyway, he showed me and showed me the YouTube Studio. And it listed all the videos when I put them up there. It told me how many people had watched it, how long they'd watched it for. And do you know what? Within that first year, and I hadn't been trying, I'd become monetarised. And I thought, well, do I need to go and see a doctor and have an injection? Because I didn't know what he said, "Oh, no, Dad, Granddad, you can earn some money now." I said, "What do you mean earn money?" He says, "Yeah, as people watch your videos, and when they watch your video and they see an advert, the advertiser pays YouTube money, and you get a percentage of it." I thought, well, that's good. So anyway, believe it or not, and even to today, I earn maybe £30 a month every month from my whirligig channel. Yeah, clever, isn't it? And that's how it all started. So I actually started YouTube purely by accident, and I watch all these people on YouTube saying, "Oh, how do I get monetarised? How do I get subscribers? How do I get what?" I hadn't the foggiest idea. I just did it because I loved making YouTubes. And I think that's the secret with YouTube. You've got to love what you're doing on there. You're not doing it to make money. Well, you are, but you're not. That's not the main reason, right? You're doing it because you got a skill, or you got something like I was making whirly. You could be mending cars. You could be planting tomatoes. You could be, cooking the best curry in the world. And you just put it on YouTube. People watch it. And that's how it all works. I think it's absolutely wonderful. And now I use YouTube for everything. If I want to know something, I go on YouTube, because there'll be somebody there tell me how to do it. And that I think is the secret, is love what you do. Find your subject. It's got to be a subject, not a subject that you don't know about. Don't decide, you're going to do I'm just trying to think something. The birds of England, if you know nothing about birds. Do you follow me? But if you got a skill, and everybody, when you get to our age, we've got years of experience, years of knowledge, yeah? And we can talk about it, we can pass this on to our younger generation. And that's the beauty of YouTube, isn't it? Is that you can put it there, and it's there forever. Those whirligig videos are now, as I say, they're still earning me money, which I think is amazing. As a matter of fact, what I do with that money is it pays for premium, so I can watch YouTube without having to put up with the silly adverts. Which, of course, I don't want you to do, because I want you to watch the adverts, because then I get money. Pennies. It's pennies. It really is pennies. But and that's what happened. So anyway, so that's how it all started, and it sort of went on from then. I then started another channel called Sailing with Ted, because the wife had a go at me because I was sitting indoors and doing nothing, and I had to do something. So I said, well, I don't know. So I said, I'll buy myself a sailboat. Only a cheap old thing, just a plane. And she said, but you know nothing about sailing. I know I don't. I don't even swim. Yeah, let alone know what port and starboard and left and right and front and back. Anyway, so I bought this rather run-down sailboat. And again, I just did a channel on me learning how to sail, mending the boat, playing around with it. It's called Sailing with Ted, so if you want to see that channel, it's another channel. See, unlike most of these people who give advice on YouTube on how to run a YouTube channel, they've never had a channel. You ask them. Next time you watch one, go on there and say, oh, good. Oh, you really know all about YouTube. What YouTube channel have you got? And you find out the only YouTube channel they got is the one telling you how to do it. Yeah, which I think is a bit like having a surgeon telling you how to take somebody's tonsils out and never done it. There's always the classic case, can you instruct a computer? It's another story. So anyway, so that was called Sailing Tech, and that got monetarised very quick. It's now been demonetarised because due to, don't want to whine, but due to medical conditions, I'm no longer able to sail. So I sold the sailboat. So therefore, I couldn't really do a sailing channel without. I could have done, but I'm a great believer in do what you do. So I've done that, and basically, and then what else have we done on YouTube? Anyway, look, I'm not going to rabbit on about what I've done. It's what you've got to do. And what you've got to do, if you want a YouTube channel, you can start it wherever you want. The most important thing is find something that you're interested in, something that you've got a little bit of knowledge on. And you might not think it's good knowledge, but to somebody else, if they don't know it, it's good knowledge, isn't it? And you can pass it on. And you can make a little channel like I do. You earn a little bit of money. And it gives you an interest, gives you a reason to get up in the morning, which sometimes you do need at our age, don't you? Yeah, anyway, I'm going to sign off now. I've been rabbiting on just a little bit too long. And we'll do a little bit more maybe later on in the week, do you another video, shall we? So this is Ted, YouTube with Ted, signing off. So be good, be happy, and most of all, look after the animals. See you soon. Bye.